Jerry O'Connell and Giuliana Rancic's intercom breakup gets messy again as he admits to being a terrible boyfriend, and she fires back. Jerry O'Connell and Giuliana Rancic's explosive split, in which he unceremoniously dumped her over intercom, has risen back to the surface. They struck up their romance in 2003, but broke up the following year, since when she has publicly accused him of being unfaithful to her. The old wounds reopened this week when O'Connell was confronted with a passage from Rancic's memoir, in which she wrote that he ended their relationship by saying on his intercom, "Nope, sorry, homegirl. Things change, but you take care, okay?" In response, O'Connell cheerily confessed he was a terrible boyfriend, claiming the incident unfolded when Rancic arrived at his home, unannounced, while he was there with another woman on Kelly Ripa's podcast Let's Talk Off Camera. As the episode went viral, Rancic issued a response on her Insta Story, filmed while she sipped a cocktail on a boat during a holiday.
An unlocked iPhone 14 for just $299? This renewed 128 gig model gives you a vivid OLED display, 5G, and the freedom to choose your carrier. Want to check today's Amazon deal? Scan the QR code now or visit grabdeal.us/6 before it's gone.
Lambasting O'Connell for his fuzzy memory of their split, she said that she could give 2 sentences and wish him all the best, but had decided instead to fire back with a full deep dive episode of her podcast. The Daily Mail has contacted Rancic and O'Connell's representatives for comment. O'Connell has claimed the incident unfolded when Rancic arrived at his home, unannounced, while he had another woman there, on Kelly Ripa's podcast Let's Talk Off Camera. "So, you guys heard." She asked fans in a confidential tone. "Apparently, my ex-boyfriend has been talking about our breakup publicly after 22 years. Imagine that, and it seems that his memory's just a little fuzzy." Rancic noted her email had been blowing up while she was on vacation, and she admitted that she had mulled the prospect of a brief statement wishing him the best, but will instead be releasing a 40-minute podcast on the subject next week. "We'd love to have you," added Rancic, who co-hosts her podcast with her husband of nearly 2 decades, Bill Rancic. When Kelly Ripa raised the subject of the old breakup to O'Connell on her own podcast, he freely admitted that he was a terrible boyfriend to Rancic. In her 2015 memoir Going Off Script, Rancic sensationally alleged that O'Connell was unfaithful to her with Jerry Halliwell, but that she ultimately forgave him, only for their romance to end again when he took up with his now wife Rebecca Ramian. Although he stopped short of outright confessing to infidelity while speaking with Ripa, he described himself as a bad boyfriend and offered an apology to Rancic. Ripa then brought up the intercom breakup and read the relevant passage of Rancic's book, leaving O'Connell saying he was sweating and felt as if he were on trial. He explained that he broke up with her through an intercom because she came to my condominium and hit the intercom, while he was entertaining what Ripa slyly referred to as company, and he characterized only as someone. They struck up their romance in 2003, but broke up the following year, since when she has publicly accused him of being unfaithful to her. Pictured 2004. In her memoir, Rancic wrote that he ended their relationship by saying on his intercom, "Nope, sorry, homegirl. Things change, but you take care, okay?" Rancic, he claimed, wanted entry, but he had paid a pretty hefty homeowner's fee for such amenities as a buzzer, a gate and cameras to stave off unwanted visitors. "And I said, I did not know you were coming. You can't come here unannounced." Notice no one had a key, so the relationship was not like that, O'Connell pleaded in his defense. He added that he didn't like someone coming to my condominium without an invite or even any warning, and he didn't want any confrontation. When Ripa pressed him about the precise verbiage Rancic accused him of using while speaking to her on the intercom, O'Connell hedged, saying he did not recall exact wording, "So I can't deny that I said that." The comments come months after O'Connell finally brought an end to his long-standing feud with Ramian's previous husband John Stamos. Stamos and Ramian exchanged vows in 1998 and divorced in 2005, and although she met O'Connell while still married to her first husband, O'Connell has insisted that there were no extramarital shenanigans between them. Ramian said she was blindsided by Stamos's raw depiction of their relationship in his 2023 memoir, If You Would Have Told Me, which O'Connell also mocked. However, the two men buried the hatchet at Howie Mandel's 70th birthday party last November, which Stamos attended with his current wife, Caitlin McHugh, 40. O'Connell has been married since 2007 to X-Men actress Rebecca Romijn, whom he is pictured with at the 2023 White House Correspondents' Dinner. The comments come months after O'Connell finally brought an end to his long-standing feud with Romijn's previous husband John Stamos. Romijn and Stamos pictured in 2000. Rancic has been married to her husband Bill Rancic Sickney 2007, and the pair co-host a podcast, on which she has invited O'Connell to discuss their breakup. O'Connell posted an Instagram selfie with Stamos and McHugh, joking, "First at Zorank Mamdani, and at Real Donald Trump, then me, and at John Stamos, you are up at Russian Kremlin and Zelensky official." Stamos had candidly revealed in his memoir that he felt emasculated during his marriage to Romijn amid the ascent of her star and the decline of his. "As I'm lifting Rebecca up, I'm losing myself," he wrote. "She makes it clear that I'm the TV guy and she's the newly minted star. Somewhere deep inside, I start to believe it." He explained that they began trying new things and growing, but not together, while noting that it became harder to make time for each other, slow down, disconnect from the chaos of the world, and make eye contact again. During their divorce, he hated her and regarded her as the devil, the Full House star candidly revealed in the bombshell tell-all autobiography. After the memoir was published, Romijn said she was very surprised by all of that, incredibly shocked actually, via Entertainment Tonight. "But you know, I don't really want to help him sell his books based on those headlines, so that's all I really want to say about it." O'Connell opted for derision when he was asked about the revelations in Stamos' book, joking, "People gotta make a living, I guess."